Hello everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode of the ABR course Season 3. ABR, the Auto Consumer Class, Business Consumer Class, and Rich Consumer Class. We are now 2 episodes away from the graduation of ABR Season 3. Keep up the good work everyone, and together let's take a look at today's program. Members strive every day to succeed and to share the values Atomy has to offer. Today's content is no different than the past weeks, full of knowledge, tips, and experience sharing. So please take advantage of it all. Now, let's get right into today's presentation.
We sell at absolute prices. It's common sense for these products to be sold to anyone. Products that are even 50K earners are bound to use. We only supply high-quality products that nobody can beat. Atomy sells truly high-quality products at the lowest prices that nobody else can match. This is our company's policy. These are absolute quality products. Absolute quality products aren't relatively better. They're the highest quality, which no one can beat. We sell those quality products at absolute prices. Absolute price is not relative price, which is about winning based on having a lower price than the competition. We sell absolute quality products at the lowest prices, which nobody else can beat. We call this Mastige. Mass refers to the masses, or the general public. Tige is for prestige or luxury. So we're saying this is a Mastige product. It's a luxury product, but sold at a price that anybody can afford. We call it the Mastige strategy. We don't have any competitors right now, but if we do well, there's going to be others who try to copy us. They won't come out throwing soft punches. To go up against a company like ours, they'll take the time to really prepare something. Even then, we'll make it so that they cannot follow us nor even dream of catching up. We'll create a barrier to entry itself. They'll think, we can't even imagine making such luxury cosmetics for that price. So we make it so that they can't even enter the market at all. I was a soldier in the army. And what I did there was build telephone lines. If war broke out, I'd have to be able to do this work very quickly, so there was a telephone pole climbing race. It was a contest to see who could climb a telephone pole the fastest. They usually went up and down a standing telephone pole, which took around 18 seconds. And while I was practicing, I was very curious about how many seconds it took my competitors in the other divisions. And what would it take for me to place first? So, I did an experiment. I put the telephone pole on its side and ran from one end to the other and back. That took me 3.8 seconds. Then, is it possible for someone to go up and down a standing telephone pole in less than 3.8 seconds? No, it's not. And 3.8 seconds was my goal, my absolute goal. If I were to somehow achieve this impossible goal, unless somebody laid the pole down on its side and ran across it, there wouldn't be anyone who could do it faster going up and down. This is an absolute goal. An absolute goal is something that no one can possibly do better. You set this goal and seek ways to achieve it. If there's a good product that's being sold at the mart, we sell it for cheaper. I found this toothbrush at the mart. After trying dozens of toothbrushes and testing them in all kinds of different ways, I decided on this toothbrush that I could use for the rest of my life. My gums were all swollen from brushing my teeth so many times in a day during my search. After finding this, I found that the original price was 2,200 Korean won. There's usually 2+1 sales at this price, right? you get something extra, right? So with that, it came out to around 1600 Korean won. But we sell this for 980 Korean won. Then where would you buy it from? You'd buy it from Atomy. If you're thinking that this toothbrush is really good and cheap, then you can tell other people, try this toothbrush. It's cheap and it's good. You can just say it like that. I've tried this and it's good. Try it. This is the price. And then they're all going to use it. Based on common sense, our products are bound to get sold. Even new companies that will be founded in the future won't be able to follow after us. This is Atomy's strategy right here.
Hello, the name is Wayne Yap, Shenrose Master from Atomy Canada, and welcome to another round of the ABR course. Now, what am I here to do today? I'm here to explain to you the practical tips for PV and commission. So now we're all Atomy consumers. I mean, that's not even it's a bold statement, yes, but it's not even a question, right? We're all Atomy lovers. So we should learn more about how the PV works and the possibility of you earning commissions and payouts. So here's an example, let's just say you go out to any of those generic stores, mom and pop stores or the big brand stores, to label a few, like the store name with a title S or the T's or the, you do your imagination, you know what I'm talking about, where they actually give you the rebate system where you collect points and you get to use the points for product purchases in the future. Now, for those places, if you like that product and it goes on sale, what happens? You usually go out and tell all your friends about it. But then that ends there. The only winners are those stores. But when you do this in Atomy, guess what? You all win. You all get to save money, you all get to collect points, and you get money back. And not just in the form of points. You get money back straight into your pocket where you can use it for anything else. So what's stopping all of you from actually jumping onto the Atomy shopping mall? There's none. So let's get right onto it, right? That's the given. So before I introduce to you how to receive commission, I guess I should briefly go over the Atomy's PV points and, much like how, when you sign up for a program in any of those big stores, they tell you how you collect points, how you can redeem it, how you can use it. Atomy Shopping Mall offers a variety of categories. If you haven't checked the website, you'll see that we have ranges from healthcare to daily consumptions. We've got beauty products. We've even got food, right? So there's a multitude of categories, but let's just say I pick one particular category, daily home use. Now there's the toothbrush, there's the toothpaste, and there's like the hand soap, and then there's what else? And there's the body cleanser. That's only $45.90, but then guess what? Every single time you purchase on the Atomy Shopping Mall with your ID, you're collecting points. Now, Atomy's shopping mall has points listed under each product, much like so, and you'll see it popping up right now. All products, when you look at them in the shopping mall, will have the pricing and the PV right below. And those PV is essentially points for every single time you purchase that particular product. So how is the commission actually earned? Now you understand, okay, so there's the PV, there's the points. So how can we earn commission? That's usually the biggest question. So the amount of commission that you can earn is calculated based on your own personal PV and your downline's PV. Now it's separated into two categories, okay? The PV is separated into two categories. One is your personal PV, okay? Personal PV is essentially consumption that you consume yourself. So every single time you use your own ID and purchase, that's personal PV. Now, your downline's PV, which is what happens when you start sharing, okay? That is called group PV. And that's endless. That's unlimited. That means that whatever they make purchases, whenever, you're going to collect all their points. And they could be anywhere around the world. As long as Atomy is open in that country, you should start telling them about it. Because who doesn't want great products? And who doesn't want to save money? Oh, I definitely do. And I'm certain you do, because you're already here. You're watching this video, right? So how can we earn commission? Well, in Canada, what's the first thing you need to do? You have to make sure that you're an absolute member. So how can you become an absolute member? Well, first off, you need to submit for sure your own government ID, your official SIN document, and then your direct deposit info. Once those three are submitted, you essentially will become an absolute member. And from there, now you have to make sure that you become and qualify as an agent. So what is an agent? Well, an agent essentially means that you have to have around 300,000 PV in your own personal account. And then from there onwards, whenever you start sharing and whenever your group PV, your downlines start making purchases, you're just going to be banking in on it and then hopefully qualify for the commission. So how hard is it to achieve the 300,000 PV? Well, it's actually quite simple. Now, theoretically, if you purchase something every single month, because you're now a loyal user, it'll easily rack up to 300,000 points because it's accumulated. So, for example, if you buy a box of Hemo Hemp, Red Ginseng, Synergy Ampule, Absolute Set, and Evening Care, well, that's already 300,000 PV. Sounds like a lot, but guess what? When you check out, you're going to be surprised with the pricing, because what I just mentioned, that's quite a bit of product and that will last you quite a while. Okay? And that's just, beauty products, healthcare. Now if you throw in everything else, the daily stuff, toothbrush, toothpaste, the shampoo, conditioner, the potato ramen, oh, you're going to go above and beyond. So don't worry about the PV. The PV will come to you naturally because you'll love all the products that you consume in Atomy. So now that we know that, okay, we have to become an agent. What happens after you become an agent? Well, now when you become an agent, you have to start sharing with members on left and right, which is your downline. So as long as you share and register members on your left and right, and then they in turn get as excited as you and me when we look at the Atomy website, and guess what? You'll start seeing the commission in return. So to achieve the commission, as I mentioned before, is to achieve your own personal PV first, and then the group PVs. That way, it will allow you to get your payout. So here's an example. A smart consumer, Jane. She herself becomes a loyal user. She loves the products. Then what happens? Well, she starts buying products, and then sooner or later, she becomes an agent. And obviously, when I mentioned that, she's already an absolute member. Then she decides to share with her sister and her friend. And guess what? Her sister and friend also buy stuff. And guess what? They both hit 300,000 PV. And when that happens, you get Jane here, smart Jane here, will probably receive roughly around $60 Canadian. Okay? And that's cash, direct deposit to your account. So if you want to use that money and go and have a nice dinner, great. If you want to use that money to purchase more products, guess what? It's almost like a discount for Atomy products. Now, what happens? It doesn't end there. What happens is now the sister of Jane might go, I want to share with other friends. Because guess what? We all have our own friend circle and network. And guess what? They start to buy stuff too. And then they both all hit 300,000 PV. Guess what? Your sister, no, sorry, not your sister, but Jane's sister now gets paid. Isn't that great? It's like a win-win situation. And guess what? At the same time, you have also collected points. Now, what about your other friend on the other side? Well, she's also excited. So what happens? She also decides to share. And then guess what? She decides to share on her left and right also. And what happens? They both hit 300,000 PV. And then she gets paid. And now, guess what? Everyone gets paid too, right? The original people, your sister, sorry, Jane's sister, Jane herself and her friend have all gotten paid. But smart Jane here was paid twice. So you see, this keeps on going and multiplies at a phenomenal rate. And this is something, this is where Atomy magic happens. And you'll see it too when you start sharing. So, what do you need to do? Start trying it out. Get yourself up there. Get yourself to be an absolute member. Get yourself up to 300,000 PV and then start sharing. Because everyone loves sharing. Who doesn't love sharing? Because sharing doesn't cost anything. So, put yourself out there and start sharing because you're gonna love it. That is all for PV and commissions on the practical tips. I hope that helps you, and I'll see you next time.
Hello everyone. My name is Joseph Kam, Royal Master. I met Atomy 6 years ago. One day, someone sold the Atomy skincare 6 system to my wife. When she started using it, I observed that she looked younger, more beautiful, and she loved it. At the time, I was a sushi chef and I had to work at least 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I had no future, no hope for the American dream. I just barely made enough to pay my bills. So I was looking for a new opportunity. When we saw the good result of Atomy Skincare 6 set, which is now known as the Frame, we inquired about the company and my sponsor invited us in a small group meeting. And then we become a member. When my family started using Atomy products in our daily routine, we could see a lot of benefits and improvements in many areas of our family life. When I went to One Day Success Academy at Atlanta, I was inspired by the compensation plan and the principles, the third generation inheritance, and Chairman Park saying that Atomy will make many people rich. Therefore, I made a big decision to do Atomy business and I learn and follow the 8 steps to success strictly. After a few years, I have now been able to achieve the 5th level of mastership, Royal Master, and Atomy changed my life completely. Atomy is for anyone and for everyone who hunger and strive for success. If you know and apply these 8 steps every day, I guarantee you that you will succeed in Atomy because success is predictable. It is not a mystery. Last week, our great presenter introduced steps 1 to 4 to you already. Today, we will review them and then we will shift our focus to steps 5 to 8. The first step to success in Atomy is to set a goal, to start with your purpose. To aim at everything is to hit nothing. Some people are basically drifting along and just waiting for success. Some are busy and active, but not really focusing anything and they hit nothing. Some people got nothing on paper what they want to do for the rest of their life. We could not change our past, but we can change our future by setting a goal. So we should spend our time for preparing and building our future. Chairman Park said that if you dream vividly, it will definitely come true. If you move forward with this dream confidently, your future will change. 5 years ago, I started writing my life scenario on paper at Success Academy to have a balanced life. Most of what I wrote in the life scenario on my paper really came true today. I wrote to buy a dream house, my mastership achievements, to get financial freedom, and it really came true. If you haven't set a goal yet, you have to set a goal on your paper today for your great future. The second step is commitment to your dream goal. Before Atomy, we had no specific goal and we just drifting along and we work for someone else's dream. If a person lives without a clear vision, he or she lives a very loose life. But now you have your future goal already and you have to chase it. You need to be the center of your life and you have to decide firmly to go to your destination. Your job is just to talk and spread the word. Some people decided not to decide anything, not to do anything, and not to go anywhere. So you should not let those other people steal your life. If someone disagrees to join, no problem. Just disregard them and move on the next person who wants to get a new dream house and financial freedom. The third step to success is to list up. This step is very important and some people miss it. In Atomy, your success and your greatness come from serving other people. So please make the list of the people you want to approach. Do not list the people who might do the business only. Just put down every individual you know because Atomy products are daily necessity product for everyone. Do not prejudge because nobody knows who will be a successful leader. As the law of all mind, telling them is your own mind. Your responsibility and doing it or not is their own mind, not your responsibility. Don't worry about if a person will do the business or not. Don't worry for anything and just write down the list of people. The fourth step to success is invitation. After you make the list, you're going to make phone calls. The purpose of the phone call is not to explain about the business yet. Just make appointments for invitation. You should be able to tell exactly what hours and where to meet. You can make appointment to meet in person or to invite to the Atomy seminar also. The fifth step to success is to explain the business. You have to share about company introduction, the products, the compensation plan, and Atomy vision. The company policy is to sell truly high-quality products at the lowest price that no one can match. Our primary manufacturer is Korma, which has maintained a top reputation for over 100 years and supplies products at incredibly low prices. Most of the amazing technology that go into our great products are researched and developed in a government-sponsored research institute called the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. The strategy is very important and it is the key that determines our success. Our enemy strategy is Mastige strategy. Mass refers to the mass or general public. Teeth is for prestige or luxury. So it is a must-treat product, luxury product, but sold at a price that anyone can afford. These absolute quality products are not just a little bit better than others. Atomy aims to have the highest quality, which no one can beat. We sell those quality products at absolute prices. Absolute price is not a little bit lower price than others. We sell absolute quality products at the lowest possible price, which no one can beat. And we call that absolute price, absolute quality. Atomy has a very righteous and generous compensation plan. We can get back bonus and amazing residual income. If you become auto sale master, you will get 2,000 to 4,000 residual income, and if you become imperial master, you have opportunity to get over 50,000 a month for 3 generations. How great is that? Atomy is a distribution company that aims to be the largest distribution hub in the world. We want to be a global company that changes or rewrite the history of network marketing. We will go beyond customer satisfaction and we will make customer success. Those are Atomy's visions. Step 6 is follow-up. Following up is so important because people will need several follow-up from you before they finally decide to do the business. If possible, make a phone call within 48 hours of initial meeting to check up on the new member. You really need to clear their doubts about the company, products, and business explanation by calling them quickly and reassuring them. Some data show that 80% of sales require 5 follow-up phone calls. Some experts say that people will need to hear from you average of 7 times to decide. Some experts say that 63% of people request information on your company today, but they will purchase 3 months later and 20% will buy after 12 months. So I hope we all recognize that following up is essential to success. The 7th step is consultation. When you lead the organization, you'll become a team leader and you'll face some problems to solve. If you run into problems, that is just normal and just try to solve it. For us, solving problem is very easy because we have the best company and the best system so that we are not afraid to solve all the problems. If you are a team leader, you must be ready to solve the problems all the time. In Atomy, most of the problems are the same. Your downline partners might say, I don't know anyone, and you have to consult that, do you have the list of people? And you can explain step 3, list up. And they might say, no one would register as a member. Then you have to consult them and remind them about the company vision. If they say there's hardly any sales, you have to check, do they have product experience or not? Are they using Atomy products every day in their daily lives? If they are not joining the system, you have to explain that anyone and everyone can be incredibly successful through Atomy system, no matter what lack in ability, intelligence, or power, as long as they fully committed to the Atomy system. If newcomers don't feel welcome and leave, you have to explain that in Atomy, everyone must serve others with humility. We must lower ourselves and let go of our ego and serve others. Actually, we are born to solve the problems on earth, and always remember that you are the solution. The last step is duplication, and it is very important. You have to train your partners to become team leaders, not to maintain as just a member. Duplication is essential to get freedom of time and financial freedom. For good duplication, the original version must be good. If you don't see yourself as a good example to your partner, you must change the original version of yourself and start to follow and apply the 8 steps to success strictly, because the real success is duplication. For example, a mango seed is very successful when it becomes a fruit-bearing tree. If the seed becomes just a tree, still not successful yet. It must bear a fruit, and the fruit must have seed in it. That's successful duplication. If you and your partners follow and apply the 8 steps, and if your partners train the 8 steps to their members, duplication will happen successfully, and you'll be a successful leader in Atomy. Let's follow and apply the 8 steps to success and prepare for the great future. I believe that with Atomy, we all can achieve our dreams together. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
I hope this episode of ABR has given you the knowledge and the confidence to pursue all your dreams with Atomy. Thank you, members, for sharing such wonderful and informative presentations. During your team meetings, you will be sharing with your teammates about the mission given to you in the last episode of ABR. We hope you learn a lot by interacting with the members of your team and at your education center. So please, be supportive and encourage one another. Before we end this episode, here is today's ABR mission. All right. Thank you everyone for participating, and we will see you on the next episode of ABR. Bye now.